What's up, everybody? David from Flash by Vcyclenut. Next configuration up for testing on my 25 MT07 is that gorgeous Graves exhaust and that TST intake. I'm kind of lying a little bit. I'm already done the development and testing with it. Just now making the intro video, and I gotta say, when and if this MT07 ends up residing in my garage for a extended period of time, like the last time I bought an MT07, it ended up in my garage for about 4 years, which for me is a long time, just because the bike was so much fun. As of yet, this would be the setup that I would have. I just really dig that titanium pipe. It looks amazing, and matched with that carbon fiber surrounded TST intake and the carbon fiber canister, just fucking looks good and sounds amazing and runs so nice. I've been riding around with this setup, and it is just the chef's kiss, as they would say. So I'll get you some information and all that good stuff. So I've done all the street and dyno development on it, and it runs amazing. Just wanted to go over again with my Flash what to expect with the modes. It's not just your run-of-the-mill, get rid of the throttle restrictions, make everything 100% and be done. I go through power modes 1, 2, and 3 and go through them from top to bottom to get them to the feel that I want. So with power mode 1, you have a very immediate, responsive, very snappy, very aggressive throttle. You can still find neutral throttle, but not the best mode for throttle control, but probably the most fun, and honestly it's what I've been riding around in all the time. Power modes 2 and 3 still make full power at full throttle. They're just very smooth and linear feeling. Power mode 2 would be the closest to what you would expect to feel from a typical carbureted bike, and mode 3 is just a little bit slower and softer for if you really need precise throttle control. You can see that I'm talking about power modes, but there's rider modes, and you don't lose any of your rider modes after the Flash. It's just that I like the custom mode because it allows me, my traction control is always at 1, and then I just like to switch power mode 2. If it's highlighted, anytime the throttle is closed, you can change it. I don't like these modes because I never want traction control in 2 and power 2, okay, whatever. But they're preset, you can't change them. So if you go to the custom and you highlight this mode, the power mode, anytime the throttle is closed, you can change it, and you will get to really feel the difference. It's immediately noticeable when you go from power mode 1 to 2 with after my Flash. Power mode 1 is just a hoot, but like I said, for me, that's what I've been using mostly. But if you need a better throttle control and we're on a tight or twisty road or on a racetrack, power mode 2 or 3 would be where you want to be.
Man, does that thing sound sweet or what, huh? I gotta work on that street recording, trying to get rid of some of that wind noise, and maybe if I just slow down, really just trying to give you guys the sound and show you that I do actually test them on the streets, not just a bunch of marketing speak. So here is what my 25 MT07 made stock on my dyno. We can see right just below 70 horsepower and 49 foot-pounds torque. And this is the improvements that I was able to achieve with just adding my Flash. You can see the red line is all stock baseline, 25 MT07. Only thing that changed on the blue line is my Flash. Just better looking curve, a few more horsepower, a few more foot-pounds of torque, smooth the throttle response, that power mode 1, which is just giggly fun, and just a way better bike all around. So if you don't feel like buying an exhaust, you don't have to. You can still get all the improvements of the Vcyclenut Flash. And this set of dyno runs shows what we get when with the stock bike optimized versus the Graves full system optimized by Flash. We see we get another 3 horsepower, another foot-pound of torque. Really shines up here on the top, and a nice little bump actually here in the mid-range. So let's really, while you're watching this video, let's see what that TST intake did. Good Lord, did this thing make a difference? Wow, look at this. All right, so here we go. Let's just so we can go and really see what you're looking at. 25, the red line, great. 25 MT07 gray system with my Flash, blue line. The only different, well, 2 differences is the TST intake and my Flash updated to match it. And holy crap, 5.5 horsepower, another foot-pound of torque. Yeah, just look at this. Those gains are insane. Like, that's the intake and my mapping to match. As you can imagine, the mapping from the stock airbox to the TST intake is totally different. In the end, as far as throttle response, smoothness, all that stuff, like I said, the bike runs amazing with this setup. Really, really, really happy with it, and it's what I would choose. But man, look at those gains on top. Like, this is just for changing the airbox, insane gains. Was really shocked when they did the first pull, and the number came up, and I was like, oh my god, yeah. So this is what happens when you match components that are both specifically designed to work in the same area. So the Graves pipe works best on the top end. If I showed you dyno runs comparing it to the Akrapovic and some of the other pipes, it is a little bit below it in the lower RPM range, and it is above it in these upper RPM range, right where the TST intake is working the best. So in building, any quality engine builder will always tell you you got to match components, components that were designed to work together, not something that works better in the mid-range with something that works better in the top end. That's not how you optimize things. So you can see here when we match components that optimize, this is the kind of result we get. So really amazing. Let's take a look at where we are now compared to where it started. And as you can see, there's just really no comparison. So all stock baseline, that's 69 horsepower, and here we are now with 81.5 horsepower and 53 foot-pounds of torque. If we look here, right by the new peak, I mean, this is just a completely different bike. It's almost 13 horsepower there, and that's like 20% power gains. It's nuts. So as you can imagine, riding the bike, the experience is completely different. There's literally nowhere where we're below it in torque or horsepower below the stock bike. It is just better everywhere. The shape of the curve's better. No more of this goofy little hump because of the throttle-based stuff. It just feels so good, sounds so good. As you can see, I'm quite excited about this setup. So thanks guys for watching. Remember to subscribe and like button for more motorcycle related content. I'll continue to be developing on my MT07. Next, be testing the Horde intake with the Graves exhaust, and expect to see similar to what I saw on other testing, but we will test it, map it out, get everything all squared away, so any of you that have that set up know that I have mapping specific for your needs. So thanks guys, take care, dirty side down, peace.